Welcome children to the video lectures of Social Science Standard 9th. Today we are going to start a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Natural Vegetation. Okay. Now vegetation means anything that is grown on the earth. Okay, that is grown on the earth. And here the word natural means which is grown on its own. Okay, means naturally, right? So here we are going to study in this particular chapter, that is number 17, we are going to study about natural vegetation. Basically we are going to study about trees and plants of India into this particular chapter. Now from your younger standards, you know that trees are the most important thing into the life of human being. Without trees we cannot survive, and same is the condition, right? We know that the earth is getting hotter and hotter day by day, and that is all due to cutting down of trees. So let us start this chapter and understand the importance of it. See, the first line itself tells everything. Vegetation is an important part of human life. Vegetation is an important part of human life. It is difficult to imagine life without vegetation. Okay, it is really very difficult to imagine life without vegetation. You will be remembering during the time when the lockdown was implemented, okay, and the mobility, the movement of human being was controlled. At that time vegetation or the environment of the earth had drastically improved. Why it was that? Because the interference of human being was very less, and due to that the pollution that is created by human being day to day became very less, right? And due to that the environment also became better, and it was good for the planet too. It is important to has been accepted by our ancient scriptures. In our ancient scriptures also this importance have been accepted, and that's why you might be seeing that we worship a lot of trees. Like every one of us will be having a tulsi plant at our place, which our mothers, grandmothers and everyone will be worshipping daily. At the same time, when you go to a temple, you might find trees. There are certain trees like a people tree which is worshipped every time. Okay, you might be seeing ladies tying a thread around it during specific days, and okay, people worshipping it with water, milk and other holy particles and materials, right? So they are very important, and it is also told into our ancient scriptures, and it is also told by the modern science also that the natural vegetation or the vegetation is very important. India has largest diversity of natural vegetation. Say it has largest diversity of natural vegetation. In terms of vegetation diversity, India stands 10th. Remember this. India stands 10th position. Which position? 10th position in the world and 4th in Asia. 10th in world and 4th in Asia. Remember these two words. Okay, 10th number in the world, in world of vegetation, means in terms of more number of trees, varieties of trees, India is 10th in the world. At the same time 4th in Asia. A forest is a group of tree. Now what is a forest? This is definition of a forest. What can be forest? A forest is a group of tree, and those trees which grow in natural condition without any human help are called forest. Okay, so can your garden be called a forest? No. Can trees which are growing or which are grown by the municipality of your city into around your city is called a forest? No. What is the definition? Then a forest is a group of trees basically, and those trees which grow in naturally. Here the word naturally is very important. Okay, so those trees which grow naturally are very important. Okay, see, next topic is natural vegetation. The diversity in natural vegetation. Now this word diversity came 3 times. Diversity means variation. It means variation or variety. Okay. So the diversity in the natural vegetation of India is created due to following reasons. What are the main reasons due to which the diversity of variation can be seen? Like you might have traveled to Rajasthan, then the trees found in Rajasthan are very different from trees that you find in Gujarat. At the same time, trees found in Gujarat will be very different from trees found in South India. Okay, you might find a lot of coconut trees around the coastal areas. So why you don't find coconut trees into Delhi? Because it is different due to this all reasons. What are the reasons? Let us see. First, relief feature. Okay, where that particular place is located. Like some places are located away from the sea, some places are near the sea, some are located at the height, some are located at a lower level, and due to all these relief features, the height, altitude, and all other things, the vegetation or the trees grown there are very different from each other. Second is soil. Now you have already studied that there are 6 kind of different soils found into India based on the color and the composition of various materials into it. Okay, like iron into it, phosphor into it, and other important nutritions also into it. So depending on the soil also, the the trees will be different. Okay. Next is temperature. See, temperature is also very different. Like temperature in South India will be moderate, but in North India it will be colder. So trees growing in North India will be very different from trees growing into South India. Next, insolation or sunshine. Insolation or sunshine. Okay, how much sunshine is available? Now those areas which are, you may already we have studied, those areas which are near the equator will be getting more. Okay, now this is sun, so those areas which are near the equator will be getting more sunlight, right, while those areas which are away from equator will be getting less sunlight. So due to the insolation, that is sunlight also, how much sunshine or sunlight is available, the trees growing there will be different. Next important topic or factor is rainfall. How much rainfall that particular place gets. Like areas of northeast will be getting a very heavy rainfall, while areas of western Rajasthan will be getting very less rainfall. So it also depends on the rainfall. And the last one is humidity. How much humidity is there into the air? Humidity means the moistureness. Okay, how much humidity is there into the air, that also tells us, or it also affects the diversity or the variation into the natural vegetation. Due to the diversified reliefs like mountains, see, mountains, plateaus, plains, desert, etc., a diverse pattern in vegetation is seen into India. So variation into the vegetation is seen into India. There are different soils available, that are alluvial soil, black soil, mountain soil, desert types of soil. So due to the different types of soils available into India, there is also variation into the vegetation. The variation in soil also creates difference in vegetation. See, soil, different kind of soil which is available, and due to that, the difference in temperature and humidity is also one of the reasons. See, cold Himalayan regions and in southern peninsula region, the temperature and humidity will be very different. Also brings variation in vegetation, and due to all this thing, there is a lot of variation into the vegetation. The insolation is sunshine all over the place, depends on its latitude and altitude, already which I told you. Okay, the insolation means the sunlight will be depending on the altitude and altitude of it. Vegetation grows faster where there is more rain, see, and insolation. Thus, there is diversity in vegetation due to sunshine. Rainfall distribution is also important. In India, is unequal, and due to which in turn causes diversity in vegetation. So due to rainfall also there is diversity into the vegetation. Now there are about 5,000 varieties of trees. Remember this. There are about 5,000 varieties of trees into India, out of which 450 are used commercially. Commercially means they are used for building buildings, then furnitures and different kind of things. Commercially means they are traded. They are used commercially for business and other things. Beside, 15,000 flowering plants are available or grown into India. Different kind of 15,000 flowering plants are there, which forms about 6%. You can just imagine the amount of flowering plant available into the whole world. 15,000 which are available into India just form 6% of the world, which is a very very great number too. Non-flowering plant like fern. Non-flowering plant means such kind of plants which don't have flowers into them. Okay, non-flowering plants means such kind of plants which don't have a flower into them, like ferns, okay, algae, moss. These all are non-flowering plants. They are plants but they don't have flowers into them. Are also available into our country. India is famous since ancient time for herbal plants. Herbal plants are a way of life for us. They are not only important but they are way of life. We use herbal plant into our day-to-day life in everything that we have. Like your mother will be putting tulsi into tea, so that is a herbal plant. You are eating turmeric, that is haldi, that is also a way of plant. So herbal plants are a way of life. Okay, about 2000 medicinal plants are described in Ayurveda. You can imagine 2000 medicinal plants are described in Ayurveda. Thus it can be said that India has a diversity in vegetation. So there is a diversity in the vegetation. Now Ayurveda, you might be knowing Ayurveda means the life, science of life. Okay, science of life. Ayu means life, science of life. Okay, so due to Ayurveda, in Ayurveda also there are a lot of plants like aloe vera is there, which will be growing at our places. It will be used for any kind of skin disorder or skin problems, right? The turmeric, as I already told you, ginger is there, soot, which is dried ginger. All this kind of different plants are there which we use for additional purposes and medicinal purposes also. At the same time, this also shows that our ancient people, okay, our ancient people, our ancestors had a great knowledge about different kind of plants, and they have given about them in detail into the scriptures that are written into those times. So we'll keep till here into this particular video lecture.